Today we're talking about 3 things you should know about boat insurance. So the first one is know if you've got replacement cost coverage, actual cash value, or agreed amount on your boat or jet ski. Agreed amount is just like it sounds. You're picking an amount. Let's say it's a $10,000 boat. You want to make sure you've got $10,000 in coverage in case you have a total loss to it. You can choose that amount. With replacement cost, it's when you've got a brand new boat, you can insure that for a period of time where you're getting that replacement for what it would cost new as well. And then on the actual cash value side, that's where your typical auto policy, boat policy, you'll see that amount decrease as it ages based on what it's worth in today's dollars. So if you paid $10,000 for it, 5 years go by, it's only worth about $6,000. They're going to give you that $6,000 piece. The second thing you should look at is the liability insurance. What most people aren't aware of is that when you're pulling the boat with your vehicle, that liability will extend from your vehicle, so make sure you have enough coverage on that. And then you buy liability as well with the boat so while you're out on the water. There was a loss that made the news years ago where a guy was driving the boat. He had some passengers and they flew out of the boat while he was driving it, and he didn't have any coverage and lost a lot of his assets. So it's good to make sure you've got liability coverage on there. And the third thing we're going to talk about is making sure you've got enough coverage for your contents. So if you're a fisherman, you want to make sure you've got coverage for your fishing poles, your electronics. A lot of that is detailed separately on the boat policy. Some people will say, well, wait a minute, that's what I've got home insurance for. Your home deductible typically is larger. You can get a smaller deductible to cover 5, 10 grand worth of contents coverage. So it's important to make sure you've got the adequate coverage on your boat policy in case you have a loss. So those are the 3 things you want to make sure you've got covered on your boat policy. If you've got further questions, feel free to reach out to us.